This is for your math review assignment, and I'm going to go over one problem type from each part of that assignment. So one of the parts is solving an equation. When you're solving an equation, make sure you show all of your work. Mysterious answers get 0, so make sure you have all of your work. So for instance, on this one, I'm first going to distribute. So I'm going to get negative 12x plus 4, and it still equals negative 7x minus 11. Then I need to get variables on one side. So for me, I'm going to add 12x to both sides. And I do want to see the adding 12x to both sides. That's part of your work. So we have 5x minus 11 on the right-hand side. Then I need to get my variable by itself. So I'm going to add the 11 to remove that constant. I'll get 15 equals 5x. And to finish, I'm going to divide both sides by 5. And I get x equals 3. So I've shown all of my work, I've shown all of my steps, I have my distributing, I showed the adding to both sides, or the dividing both sides, or the subtracting or the dividing, what have you. So make sure you show all of your work. Okay, evaluate when x equals negative 2, 0, and 2. So our equation for this one is going to be x squared minus 9, y equals x squared minus 9. And it tells you to use a table to basically show all of your work. So this is what the table looks like. The middle part is where you show your work. So if x is negative 2, then I'm going to put a negative 2 where x is. So I'm going to have y equals negative 2 squared minus 9. And negative 2 squared means negative 2 times negative 2, which is 4, minus 9. And 4 minus 9 is negative 5. So that middle part is your work as you're going, and the end answer goes on the right-hand side. So if I put in x equals 0, I'd have y equals 0 squared minus 9. 0 squared is 0, and 0 minus 9 is negative 9. And if I put in x equals 2, I have y equals 2 squared minus 9. 2 squared is a 4. 9. So we have 4 minus 9, which is negative 5. So I have filled in my table, I have shown my work, and I found the value of y when x equals negative 2, 0, and 2. Okay, graphing a line, a little reminder. So first of all, it has to say y equals. If it doesn't say y equals, you need to make it say y equals. The number in front of your x is your slope, which is your rise over run, which is the change in y over the change in x. There's lots of ways to say that. The number that is being added at the end, the constant, is your y-intercept. It is where it crosses the y-axis. So for our line, our y-intercept is 5, so I'm going to go up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oop, I almost didn't make my graph large enough. I'm going to pretend like there's more lines there. Now my slope is 1 over 3. So that means that I need to go up one line, as if it was there, and over 3. 1, 2, 3, which is my new dot right here. I could have also done the exact opposite and gone down 1, left 3. 1, 2, 3. Because those end up in a line, if I were to draw it correctly. Okay. So there's my graph. Now, if you don't have graph paper, that's fine. Sketch the graph. It does not have to be beautiful and exact. Mine's not beautiful and exact. It's totally okay. If you have graph paper, awesome. If you want to print out graph paper, that's fine, but you don't have to. The last type is you're given a graph and you need to name some stuff. So first of all, the slope, also known as m. In this graph, there are no dots. Technically, there are infinitely number of dots. So I'm going to create some points on here where the coordinates are whole numbers. So basically where it crosses the graph paper. So this is one of them right there, because that crosses nicely at 0, 1. And this is one right here too. It crosses at 1, 3. Now remember, for your slope, it is rise over run. So I'm going to go rise from one dot to the next is up 1, 2, and your run is 1. So that's 2 over 1, which means that my slope is a slope of 2. And my y-intercept is b, and that's where it crosses the y-axis, which is it crosses at 1. So if I put my equation together, remember y equals mx plus b, my equation would then be y equals 2x plus 1, and that's the equation of that line.